All right, so again, we're going to be working on a mosaic, but in order for us to get started, I wanted us to go ahead and go over our design again, just for the sake of having the design and the project together in one video. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be making a butterfly on today, and I'm going to quickly go through the steps of how to make the butterfly and the most simplest way that we can appreciate it. So we'll start here with a dot up top and a dot on the bottom. All right, very simply. From there, we're going to make a line coming straight down. Doesn't have to be a perfect line, and boom. All right, from there, we're going to make a little dash, boom, and then a circle on top. All right, more like an oval shape, boom. All right, doesn't have to be perfect again because we're going to be able to develop the butterfly from the mosaic that we're going to create. All right, from this line of symmetry, we're going to go ahead and turn this right here, make a curved line right here. Same thing on the other side. Whatever we do to one side, we're going to do also to the other side. All right, so curved line here, boom. From there, we're going to make a very narrow, thin line, just like this one, but very skinny. All right, very skinny, boom. And again, boom. Very simply, we got it. Boom. All right. From there, we're going to make a dot in this top right corner. And the dot over here where my other hand is in this top right corner. So we have two dots. Boom, 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 boom. From the middle part of this line, actually, we're going to start from the neck. All right, from the neck, we're going to make a curved line. And boom. Curved line there. And then same thing on the other side. We're going to make a curved line coming to this dot. Boom. All right. Really good. Really good. From there, all right, we're going to make a line coming across just like this. Real simple. A line right there. You're not going to go all the way across. Kind of like a smile. All right. If this was a face, that would be a very short smile. And we'll do the top wings more simple this time. So we're just going to make a curved line right here. So curve until you hit that dot. All right, curved line. All right, so a curved line right here. Curved line, boom. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Come in here. We could come out a little bit more if you want, and we'll do a curved line coming right here. All right, so that'll be our top wing. That'll be our top wings. Now, we'll do our bottom wing. We're gonna do a little dot right here and a little dot right here. So we're going to probably just imagine there's a line coming down. About half of that wing will be the bottom wing, so about half. Then from there, we're going to just make like a U shape, a U that's kind of sitting on the side, a U. So we're coming around, hitting the dot, boop, and then coming back up. So if we turn the paper like that, it looks just like a U. So down, boom, down, and boom. All right, so we have a U shape. And then we're going to turn our paper again. We're going to make another U shape on the other side. So we're coming down, making a U. Boop. Catching that, coming right back up to have our butterfly shape. All right, so that's the simple way that you can make a butterfly. But to really make this thing look as beautiful as we want it to be, we're going to make some designs coming through. All right, so about halfway here, you can make a little line if you want. Halfway here. We're going to start on our first design, and we're going to aim at this dot. So about halfway, we're going to aim at the dot. Curved line just like this one. We're going to curve up, and boom. All right, again from here, we're going to curve up, and boom. All right, perfect, perfect. All right, and from here, we're going to make a dot and a dot right here, okay? And we're going to make lines coming from it. So we're going to make another curved line coming out. Boom. Just all the way to the right to the end of the wing. And then we're going to take the same dot and make one more curved line coming down to the bottom. So we have 1, 2, and this third line will come down right here. Boom. So the line looks like it want to go all the way over, but it goes short, and boom. All right. So what we did on one side, we're going to do on the other side. We're going to come from here. Make a curved line coming out. Boom. And then again, we're going to copy this one. So it's going to start like we're going to throw a ball really far, but we throw it too short. And it's going to curve down here. And boom. All right, fantastic. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. So this middle dot right here on each side. I'm going to use this dot also. All right, but first, let's go to the side. So let's use a dot here and use a dot here. Okay. So our first line is going to come to this dot, curve line, and boom. All right. Then we're going to come down to this dot, curve line, and boom. All right. And then same thing on the other side, curve down and boom. And then curve down and boom. Now feel free to be creative. Okay. If you want to add some dots, all right, to your butterfly, you can do that. You can do them anywhere you want. All right, you can do big dots. All right, if you want to make a big circle here, big circle here. This is up to you. All right, this is your creativity going through. And if you want to go ahead and add the antennas early, you can do that as well. All right, so from there we have our nice butterfly drawing. And now we're going to be able to build that drawing out to what we need it to be for the mosaic. Stay tuned. All right, our next step in the process is understanding how we're going to lay out our design. Before we get started, you're going to need some glue. All right, I have some nice clear glue for me. And you should have gotten some tissue paper or construction paper. I have tissue paper here, and we're going to work with that. All right, so once you have that, we're going to be able to start our design process and be able to build out what colors we want to use for our design. All right, so what I want you to do is take your glue and you're going to pick a section. All right, so let's pick this left side. We're going to add some glue. We don't want to put too much, okay? So just a little bit right here in this corner, just so we can see how to do this. I like to take the tip of the glue without pressing it and kind of spread it out. All right, I'm not squeezing, I'm just spreading it out just a little bit for that section. Now what I want you to do, I'm going to choose the color yellow. Boom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear off a piece, a little small square. And I'm going to roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to place it right here in this section. Boom. All right. And I'm going to repeat that process till I fill up that whole section. All right. So let's go ahead, roll it up nice and small. Boom. Put it in that section. And you want to try to get it as small as possible. You don't want to have too much on the spot. All right. Boom. Let me zoom in so you can kind of see what's going on here. All right, so you want to do it nice and close and compactly. You want to try to keep it on that line. Let me just move it over. Boom. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together. All right, you want to take all the pieces and you're creating your own puzzle. You want to make sure you press them down so they adhere to the glue. Taking some more yellow. All right, tearing it up. Now this process is a very patient process. Now if it's a lot for you, you might want to draw a smaller butterfly. But this is going to take us a couple times to do that, a couple classes. But you got to be able to go through the process and make it work. This is not something that you want to rush. This is not something that you want to try to just make the circle so big. You want to take your time and make sure you do it right. Because once you finish this process, it's going to be an amazing masterpiece. And we know Mother's Day is coming up, all right? Or it can be a birthday or whatever holiday you want. You can make this design to be able to give it as a nice gift. Not only that, but it will put you in the mind frame of other artists like we talked about. Romare Bearden, who does collage art, and many other artists who take this mosaic style of artwork and collage to make art pieces. All right, so we're just gonna go through all of this, fill up this section. And what I want you to keep in mind is that you are going to make sure you fill each section with a different color. All right, we need some more glue here. So each section will be a different color. So what does that mean? That means it's only this top area will be yellow. All right, and you can even mark it. So if this is going to be yellow, I'm going to put over here yellow. All right, if the next section is blue, I can put blue. All right, the next section be red, I can put red. All right, and if the next one is green, I can put green. All right, well, what I want you to do is make sure you figure out what color this is going to be. Since blue is the darkest, I might use blue to fill in this last section. All right, but you can choose any color you want to make it work. What I don't recommend is that you make this middle section yellow, because then you kind of lose the shape of your butterfly. So if you want to, let's cross this out for being blue, and let's make this blue because it's a dark color. All right, so blue, blue, all right, blue. I'm writing sideways so you can see. And then let's make this pink. I have pink over here. All right, or if you have another color like purple, or I don't know, whatever colors you have, this can be a very colorful butterfly, and you can do it however you want, but make sure you do each section a different color. You don't want to make the whole thing all these different colors, because then you kind of lose the design. You want to make sure you keep the design so when someone looks at it, they can say, oh wow, I know that's a butterfly. And you got to make sure you do that by keeping each section a different color. All right, and try not to put the same color right next to two colors. All right, so I don't want to put yellow here and yellow here, because it'll be one big yellow. Now if you want to have more yellow and you want to do two sections yellow, that's fine. All right, so if you want to have more yellow than anything, go for it. The sky's the limit. It's yours. You can make it amazing. I trust you're going to have a beautiful masterpiece, but it's up to you. All right, but only thing I ask to make sure that your artwork looks amazing is to make sure you do each section a different color. Now if we can do that, I guarantee you that you can probably sell this artwork for maybe $100. What do you think? $1,000? $2,000? $100,000? $1 million? Now if you decide to sell it for $1 million, don't forget about Mr. Chevis, okay? Don't forget about me. All right, just give me 10% to help me out so I can buy a new car, and probably create another art school and buy more art materials. So if you give me that 10% of $1 million, which is $100,000, then I'm gonna make more artists just like you. And that's my goal. I love creating art. I love teaching kids to love art. And a lot of people think that art is just for fun, but art can also be a way to make a living. You have professional artists, you have professional architects, which are artists as well. People that make cartoons, animators, they're artists. My degree is actually in animation, so that's why I make cartoons as well. You can find that out on the wholearmorcomicbook.com. You can see my comic book that I created. You can see my animation that I created. All right. And then I'm also a master artist, so I know how to paint and I know how to draw. So I use all my gifts of art to help take care of myself and my family and inspire people and encourage people. So you, if you're an artist and you want to be an artist, then you can do the same thing that I'm doing. You can take your gifts of art and be able to inspire people and create things and encourage people through your artwork. Making movies is also an art career. So if you want to be a movie maker or a director, that's also an art career. So the sky's the limit. Maybe you want to be a fashion designer, taking your gifts and making clothes and book bags and shoes and belts. All those are art careers. And when I was in art college, I seen all my friends go into different areas of art, and they were able to leave art college and have a job to be an artist. One of my friends is an animator. Another of my friends is a graphic designer. Another one of my friends is an interior designer. That's people that decorate houses. All right. Another one of my friends does all types of artwork, graphic design, interior design, animation, all the art careers in all different levels, doing many different things. Even people that make billboards and design glue bottles. This is an artwork. People design it and put it on the bottle. That's called graphic design. So if you like doing things like that, that's very cool. Even if you take a cell phone and make the apps, guess who makes the apps? Artists do. So if that's something that you like to do, you can make a career in art. But first you got to be able to be exposed to the different art careers. And that's what I'm here for. If you ever have an art question, you can say, call me up. You can go to paintwithfaith.com and say, hey, Mr. Chevis, what is next? Because I want to start my career in art. And you're never too young to be an artist. All right, so we got one section done. I think I missed a little bit. Let me get a little bit more right there. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of glue. Boop, 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 boop. All right, and we got that section. I'm going to fill it up. All right, boom. I think I need one more. I got one little last piece. Gonna ball that up and squeeze it in right. Sometimes I like to use a pencil because I don't want to get my fingers sticky. So I'll take that and push it down. Alright, so make sure it's glued down very tight. Nice and tight. Make sure it's not moved. I'm excited to see what everybody else is doing. Alright, so now that I got that first section done, let's slide over to the next section, so we don't get lost in what we're doing. So the next one is pink. All right, so I got some pink tissue here. Oh, I have pink and red. Ooh, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna grab some pink. And do I have purple? I don't have purple, but I do have pink. So I'm gonna grab some pink, tear it off. All right, so this section is about the same size as the other one. I'm going to take the glue, put it right on the edge. I'm going to have it nice and close to the last section. All right, I'm going to tear off, tear in half, ball it up. All right, and fill that in. Boop. All right, balling it up again. All right, filling that in. All right, and we're just going to keep going through the process. But I want to make sure you know that you have to take your time. Don't rush it. All right, making sure that you're filling each section very nicely. And I don't want you to try to take off a big piece of tissue and just slam it on there. You want to keep it a nice small size, so that way you can deliver it in the right way. You know, sometimes when we rush to do things, it doesn't come out right. If you don't have time to do it right, then you must have time to do it over. So I want you to be focused on what you're doing, not rushing, and I want you to make sure you do it right. Practice makes perfect, and being perfect takes patience. I heard someone say, practice doesn't make perfect, but practice does make you better. All right, so even if it's not perfect, it's gonna be better. All right, so every time you practice, you'll get better and better each time. All right, not only that, but it helps your hand get strong, so you have strong muscular hands as you work on doing this tissue. It's a good way to be creative, and it's a mosaic. You may see mosaics all over the place. Usually they're done with tile, or you can do them with paper, or you could do them with glass. Sometimes people use found objects to make mosaics. You say, Mr. Chevis, what is found objects? So you go outside and you may find a penny, a bottle cap, a rubber band, and some random things. You take those random found objects and you put them together to make another piece of artwork. All right. You can also use many other things like Skittles. Some people do Skittles mosaic art. Some people use Legos for mosaic art. So you can use different types of objects to create mosaics. It doesn't always have to be tissue or tile or glass. You can use many things that have similar or the same colors, but that come in multiple colors. Somebody can do it with M&Ms or Starburst. You can make mosaics with all those, but somebody might be too hungry and rather enjoy them as a snack rather than using them, all right, for artwork. But it's up to you. You get to choose. That's the best part about being creative. All right, I always say the greatest nation in the world is your imagination. All right, so let your imagination run wild. All right, continue to put your ideas to the paper. Use your markers and color pencils, construction paper, paintbrush, and canvases to be able to achieve your goal and dreams. Paint with Faith believes that you can achieve any goal, dream, or desire with just 3 things. Number 1, motivation. Mr. Davis here to motivate you, to encourage you, to help you believe that you can do it. Because if I believe that you can, all I need to do is convince you and let you believe that you can too. And with that, you can achieve your goals, dreams, and desires. And once you believe you can do it, if you say, I can, I believe I can achieve, then you can make it to your destination of greatness. And guess what? There's greatness in all of you. And I know you can do it. You just got to be able to persevere and make it through. All right, so we're almost done with this. We're pushing it on to the end. And finish this section, then I'm going to let you be able to show me what you got. Put down some more glue, and every day we'll finish up step by step. Don't jump ahead. And what's also important that you clean up properly. You want to make sure that you don't throw away any of your tissue or your construction paper or whatever you're using. Through the process, you just want to take a bag, Ziploc bag or something, to make sure you keep them all together. So when you come back to work on your project, you have everything together. All right, make sure you don't let anything go to waste. This is coming out amazing. And we're almost finished with this last small section. I'm very excited to see what it's going to come out like. Rolling that tissue up. And make sure you're compacting it. You don't want to have a lot of gaps and spaces. You want to have a nice, tight, compact version of your butterfly. All right. It's also important that you don't let the glue stay open. All right, so you want to make sure, make them nice and compact. All right, nice tight together. Because then you have a nice, beautiful masterpiece. We're almost done. What do you guys think of this? Think it's looking good? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like it. How's yours coming along? It's coming out good as well? Fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, I'm going to make sure all of these are down. Don't worry if you get glue in your hand. It's going to dry up. You can just peel it off later. Some people do that for fun. But don't get caught up. Sometimes it's going to make a mess. Almost to the edge here. Let me see. Boom. A little bit more. This is going to teach you patience and help you get through the process. And know that if you don't quit, you will succeed. Even if you don't win the race, as long as you finish the race. All right? Learning to go through this process is very important. As the Paint with Faith song says, we don't take L's, we only learn lessons. There's a master artist for each and every session, telling us we need to be positive, and when you snap out the negative. A masterpiece Yo, that's the plan. So hold up your art and say, I can. I can. I can. I can. And that's the plan. All right. So that's the goal of doing your artwork. You're going to have a masterpiece at the end. And you're going to be able to hold up your canvas, hold up your artwork, hold up your butterfly, and say, I can. One very unique thing about butterflies is they don't start off looking so pretty. If you've ever seen a caterpillar, you know they're not the prettiest little bug. All right, but then guess what? They go into a cocoon and they hide in a cocoon. And once they arrive from the cocoon, not only can they then fly, but they are beautiful to look at. So it's an amazing process that's called a metamorphosis, a change. And what I want you to understand is through your life, sometimes you may have to go into your own cocoon, make a change, believe you can change, go into your cocoon, take some time to yourself, and when you emerge, you will then be also a beautiful butterfly. But only if you believe that you can do it and that you can achieve your goals, dreams, and desires, then you will be able to become the arrayed, beautiful masterpiece of yourself. Now, this is coming out amazing. I want to make sure all my pieces stay on, make sure that they're tucked in, I want to make sure that they dry. This is going to be an amazing piece. What's cool about it is once it finished, it kind of looks like a nice, beautiful carpet. All right. So until next time, guys, let's stay focused. Make sure you're taking your extra pieces and you're putting them in a bag or somewhere that's going to keep it safe for you. I'm going to keep mine in this bag until next time, and I'll be able to have it ready for me when we come back. All right. Till next time, remember your life is a canvas. Paint it with faith.